Hey there guys, so today's video is going to be a different one for me. I've actually never filmed a get ready with me before, and I actually have to go to dinner tonight, so I said, you know what, let's just do a get ready with me. I am going to be using the Colored Raine Queen of Hearts palette. I am so excited because I ordered this palette. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you know how I ordered this palette. I'm gonna just sit here, do my makeup, and talk to you guys about a few different things. We'll talk about how I got into YouTube. I'm also gonna talk about, I don't know. We're gonna get into a bunch of different things here. So let's go ahead and let's start this get ready with me. Never done one of these videos before, so bear with me if this is terrible. For the most part, I'll kind of tell you guys what I'm using, but if I don't mention what I'm using, I will list everything down in the description box. And of course, I always put links to the items that I'm using so you guys can easily find them. Let's just put something on this face. So how did I get into YouTube? So let's talk about that, because that's actually a funny story. You know, it's funny for me to say this, but it's really true. I was never somebody who actually watched YouTube. I honestly didn't really even know what YouTube was about. My husband, a long time ago, I'm talking about like 5 years ago, he used to have a channel that he used to like review stuff, and it was like 5 years ago. And I remember when he used to do it, I was like, why are you doing that? And he was like, oh, it's really good, you know, it gives people information. And I was like, okay, you know, like I just didn't pay any mind to it. And I never even, like, it was kind of dumb of me, because back then he even told me, he was like, oh, you should do a channel, you should do a channel. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna do a channel. I don't want to be on the internet. I don't know what to talk about. Like, I don't know, like, how am I gonna talk? What are you, like, I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it, which actually was really dumb. I should have done it back then. I used to think that people would just sit there with their phones and like film stuff and put it on YouTube, and I used to always think that it also had to do with like people like jumping off stuff and crazy things and they're put on YouTube. Like, I just didn't understand really YouTube because I just didn't watch it, and I don't know. I honestly don't know. Actually, what happened was, actually, it's a really funny story. I'm gonna use the Bounce Foundation from Beauty Blender, and I just wanna let you guys know, I know that this is gonna be happening to a lot of you guys, because it's happening to me. I'm forgetting to clean this stupid thing, and yeah, I can see that happening to everybody, so I'm gonna try to like not use that dish that much anymore, just because I do forget to clean it, and that's horrible. I would tell you, the reason I started YouTube, this is like the true story of what happened to me. So I had just given birth to my daughter, and I was staying home because, you know, it was like the beginning of, you know, maternity type of leave, and I was very weirded out by not going to like an office setting, having to like stay home and taking care of like this little tiny human that I like didn't understand anything that was coming out of her mouth, because obviously all she could do was cry, and I'm like, can you just tell me what's wrong? You know, so I was like really confused. I was like one of those moms that was like, what do I do? You know, and everything would give me a heart attack. Like, she would breathe and I'd be like, are you sure she's breathing? You know, she's my first kid, so I was like, everything was like new to me. I didn't expect so much. I just didn't expect that it was gonna be such a difficult thing, you know, like I just thought, oh, you have a baby, like no big deal. I also breastfed, which was one of the most difficult challenges of my entire life, and anybody who has breastfed before in their life probably understands this. It was very difficult and it was such a pain, and I'm really happy that I was able to actually do it. Now looking back, I'm like, thank God I did it, but back then I was like I started looking through like my makeup collection, and I started saying, oh my God, what happened to all my good makeup? Because since I have been pregnant for obviously like a year, because you have to be pregnant for a really long time, and I had just given birth and everything, I kind of like hadn't like, I like didn't go and buy makeup. I wasn't like getting into any of the stuff that I used to be super into before, because I was just focused on, oh my God, I'm pregnant. Oh my God, my clothes doesn't fit me. Oh my God, I don't want to put this on. Oh my God, I'm just so hot. And I had like left all that stuff aside. So then finally it was time for me to like start getting back into my normal groove of things. And I didn't really know where to start, because I started, you know? So I started to Google, what's the best foundation? Because I was using all the time the La Prairie Skin Caviar, which is extremely expensive foundation. So I was like, you know what? I need to find something that's like more affordable and less like, oh no, it's time to buy foundation, you know? So then that's why I started looking online for like, what's like the good foundations out there? Like, what's in? I didn't know like what, because I just didn't know like what was good. So when I was doing that, I actually found YouTube videos. And I was like, what is this? Like, why is it giving me YouTube videos? You know, you do a Google search, you get YouTube videos. The first person that I ever saw on YouTube was Kathleen Lights. and I was watching her videos and I was like, oh my God, this is so entertaining. Like, I didn't know that you can do this. Like, it was like, to me, like this whole world that I didn't know existed, because what I had thought YouTube wasn't. It has literally become like production value videos and very creative narratives, and I don't know, it was just not what I thought. You know, it actually felt like I was watching TV when in reality I thought it was not that, like, at all. So I actually opened up a YouTube. What did I open it up then? No, I was using one of my old YouTube accounts, because I did have an old YouTube account for a boutique that I used to have. So I opened up that and I started using that account like to watch videos. So I found Kathleen Lights, and then I found Jaclyn Hill, I found Tarte, I found all the big people. So I started watching them and I was like, oh my God, this is so neat. I never knew that you can do this. And it really, really got me like super like interested in the whole makeup thing. It was funny because while I was watching them, I was like, oh yeah, totally, like agreeing with some of the stuff that they were saying, and then also saying, oh yeah, I would have done it this way though. Or yeah, I like the way that she applied that, but you know what, I would have done it a little bit different. And I started like getting like, I can do this, you know, like, why didn't I know that you could do this? I could probably do this. So I started getting like really into it. Like, I would watch all of Kathleen Light's videos as they came out, and I started becoming a fan. Like, I was like, look at that, I never knew this existed. This is so cool. So I actually started becoming a really big fan of YouTube, and this was not that long ago. I'm telling you guys, this was probably in 2016. And I remember talking to even one of my friends and telling her about it, and she was like, oh yeah, I totally watch all those things. I'm like, really? What rock have I been living under? After I gave birth to my daughter, I feel like I started feeling like I just wasn't myself, because I was so used to going to the office and getting all decked out and having like an amazing outfit on and putting on makeup and feeling all dressed up and then doing dinners. And I was so used to like that life that now, like, being at home, not wearing makeup, having like seriously like doing everything for my little human and not really giving too much time to myself, because I was like obviously second fiddle here. So I'm just using the Cover FX setting powder today. And so I started to say, you know what? I feel like being myself again, but I can't really leave my house, because when you have a baby that little and you're also a first-time mom, you think that everything is going to get them sick, so you don't want to leave your house. So I was like, I don't want to leave my house, but I feel like doing makeup, I feel like getting myself pretty, I feel like feeling pretty again. Like, I didn't feel pretty anymore, you know? I felt like crappy, you know? So I wanted to feel pretty again. I wanted to get confidence in myself again. I felt like I had lost a lot of that just by staying home and not putting myself out there, not being able to get dressed. I mean, I know it's something like stupid, like people would say, oh my God, you felt like that because you weren't getting dressed. Yeah, because I just didn't feel like myself, you know. I wanted to gain some of it back. Like, I just wanted to do something to gain a little bit of it back, just a little portion of me feeling good about myself. So I remember I filmed my first YouTube video, which is still up. You guys could see it. Pretty bad. And I did a makeup tutorial and I filmed it, and I was not going to put it on YouTube. I created the GLAMRANCH.com because I wanted it to be like a blog, and I said, well, maybe I won't film videos and I'll just do like blogging. And then I realized, I was like, well, I don't really like to write. So that idea went to crap. I'm like one of those people, like, I'm very creative. So to me, everything is like talking and doing and showing. Like, writing is just not, it's not to me the way I can express myself. It's not my expression of a creativity for me. It's like visually, like it's showing you, it's doing stuff, it's like putting makeup on, you know? And my hands are going everywhere. But like, that's the way that I felt creative. So I was like, okay, so I can't really do like a blog in that sense of the word. So I'm gonna start jumping into the colored Raine palette, because if I don't start doing my eyes soon, I'm gonna be here forever. I'm using my Marc Jacobs coconut bronzer. Oh my God, why is my nose so itchy? What was I talking about? Oh my, I swear that I'm like a dog. Like, you know, like a shiny object goes by me and I'm like, ooh, and I forget what I'm talking about. What was I talking about? So I filmed my first video and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna show it to my husband. I'm just gonna say, what do you think, you know? So I remember filming it. I did the editing on the program that comes on the Mac, iMovie. So I did editing on iMovie. So I did all the editing, wasn't no crazy editing or anything like that. And I showed it to my husband. I was like, look at this. And he was like, oh my God, that is so cool. Oh my God, you look like one of those people. And I'm like, really? Do I? You know, and I got really excited and I was like, oh, cool. So he was very supportive of it. He was like, oh, that's so cool. I love it. If you like doing it, just do it. Why don't you just do it? Just do it. And I was like, All right, fine. So I uploaded it to YouTube and I hardly got any views or anything like that, and I didn't really expect to. And I think I was using the Jaclyn Hill palette because it had just come out recently. So I did get a few views. I didn't get like crazy views or anything like that, but I really actually enjoyed it so much. Like, I enjoyed the process of it. I love to film, I love to edit, and I just like doing the creative part. The part after it that you put it up and then people view and all that stuff, like, yeah, it's cool and I love that you guys are watching it. But for me, the fun part is coming up with the ideas, filming, and editing. I'm like, I just started uploading. I didn't upload like I do now. I was doing like once a week or twice a week, if that. And I just started getting into it and into it and into it. And I just started doing more and more and more. And yeah, that's how we ended up where I am right now. You guys are interested in starting a YouTube channel and you're scared or you don't know what to do, just do it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Nobody views you and you just delete your channel, right? Who cares? At least you can say you tried. That's one of the things I love to say is I try my best to be one of those people that if I want to do something, I try to do it. Like, I will try my hardest to do it. Whether I succeed or fail, I don't care. I just want to say at least I tried. Like, if I want to do something, I tried it. I did it. I don't care if I succeeded or failed at it. I just feel like I'm happy that I tried. You know what I mean? And that's happened a lot to me in my life. And I will tell you that I have failed a lot more times than I have succeeded, which is completely fine. And I think most of us, that's the way we feel. So yeah, so that's how I started my YouTube channel. Like I said, I really was not somebody who knew too much about YouTube at all. So now I'm gonna jump into Colored Raine, and this is palette here. Now, I have a funny story with this one. I actually ordered this at 2 in the morning because there was a huge storm here and it woke me up, and the thunder literally sounded like the world was ending. Like, I thought that there was going to be dinosaurs coming out of somewhere. Like, it sounded like the world was going to end. It woke me up and I couldn't go back to sleep. I was like, so I said, let me look online. So I started looking on Twitter or Instagram, don't know. And Colored Raine was saying that they were having a sale. And I'm like, really? So I went and I saw they had the Queen of Hearts. I have been wanting this palette for so long. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. I had been wanting this palette for so long. So I was so excited. I got a huge percentage off. I can't remember if it was 30% off, something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this color here, Princess. And I'm just gonna put that all over my lid. What else am I gonna talk to you guys about? Wow, that's pretty. So far, I mean, I would say that my experience on YouTube has been pretty positive. Like, now that I've gotten into YouTube more often, like, I'm actually an avid watcher. I've found so many different channels, and I've gone in beyond just the big YouTubers, and I've found some of the micro influencers. Some of the, obviously, almost everybody is bigger than me, so I find a bunch of channels. And I subscribe to a lot of people who I just think are super creative, and I love to watch their content because it's just fun for me to watch now. Lately, I have been a lot more into like watching smaller creators and finding like cool ideas and watching them and just seeing how cool things come out. And I'm really getting into like the whole community part of it, and I really enjoy it, actually, you know. And I see a lot of people talking like negatively about the beauty community, and you know, there's always bad apples in every bunch, but at the same time, not every bunch is bad apples. Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna jump into this color right here. And I really have enjoyed my time here. It's been really fun. I'm just getting started, so I'm hoping to do a lot more. And everything that I do, I'm going to be focusing around makeup and creativity. I'm not a huge drama person. Like, you will probably never see anything dramatic on my channel because I stay to myself. I'm very to myself, you know. Wow, this is such a pigmented palette. Oh, I'm in love. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited right now. And it's blending out like amazing. I'm like super excited to be at the amount of subscribers that I am right now. I never thought in a million years that I would get to the number that I'm at. So that makes me really happy. And also I think it's really cool. I just never thought that I never knew about this, you know what I mean? So to me it's like, wow. So I'm gonna use Your Majesty right here, and let's see what this looks like. Use my finger. Holy, oh my gosh, guys, this is such a beautiful palette. Oh my god. Why have I never used Colored Raine makeup before? Oh my god. I'm gonna tell you guys, when I first started YouTube too, at the time, you were able to monetize your videos if you had like 100 subscribers. And I remember when I first hit my first 100 subscribers, I was like, yay, I can monetize my videos. I mean, Obviously, you're hardly going to get any money from monetizing, especially if you're a small channel, because not that many people watch your channel. So at the same time, so you don't get that many clicks, so you don't get that much money. But to me, it was just kind of like a perk, like almost like, hey, you actually hit something and you've got monetized. Use this precisely my brow. I just talked about how much I don't like this product, so I'm going to use it. Anyways, so I told you guys that I had gotten demonetized back. I forgot when it was. When they first did all the demonetization stuff, it was not that long ago, and I got demonetized because my channel was not at the 1,000 subscribers yet. And also, I didn't have that many views. And I want to tell you guys that I am actually almost going to get monetized. I have more subscribers than I need. And also, I have... like, I'm literally, like, I think I have 100 hours left that I need. Like, I literally am, like, almost there. Like, I think probably by the end of this month, I'll probably be already at my 4,000 watch hours. So I'm really excited about that. I think I only need, like, 100 or something like that left. If you're a smaller YouTuber out there and you're starting out and you're like, oh, but you can't even monetize your videos anymore. I don't know if I want to do this. Just don't let that make you not want to do YouTube. Just do it for fun. Do it to get experience, because either way, the first year, like, you're not going to grow extensively in the first year. You're going to have so many trials. You're not going to know what type of lights to use. Your lights are going to be off. Your mic's going to be off. Your quality's going to be off. Your makeup's going to be off. A lot of stuff is going to be off because you have to learn how to, like, maneuver a camera and film to the camera, you know? So there's going to be a lot of stuff that's not going to be in your favor in the first year. So just take advantage of that and improve yourself as much as you can. And then the monetization's going to come, because I'm going to tell you guys, like, I think it happened in, God, I want to say it was like February or March. I got demonetized because I didn't have the watch hours or the subscribers, and now we're at the end of August and I'm already going to be monetized. So it does happen. You just need to continue to put up good content, and you also have to make sure that your viewers are happy and you're constantly engaging and getting more and more viewers. I remember when I first got demonetized, I was like, oh no, that's it. You know, I don't know if I want to do this. I felt like they were kind of like punishing us for being new and not being like the big guys. And now I feel like, you know what, it kind of made me work harder, and it also gave me more inspiration, and it made me want to do better. And it also, I feel like, is going to make people who really want to do this stay doing it, and the people who are just trying it and don't like it are just going to leave quicker. So I'm okay with it now. Back then I was not. There, mascara's done. So I'm just going to grab this Pixi highlighter. I love this highlighter, it's so beautiful. But yeah, so I realized with everything, like, you just have to have fun doing what you're doing. I know a lot of people say that, but you do. You just have to have fun doing it, because everything doesn't come and land on your lap, you know? Like, you're not going to get subscribers, like, unless you have something, like, super trending that comes out and nobody's done it. And at the same time, you're just going to have to, like, build up. People, like, are going to want to watch you, and you have to build up that trust with people. And yeah, there's been some trials that I've had, like, for example, like, not knowing, like, what do I purchase? How much money do I spend? I want to buy all the new releases, but I don't want to buy stuff that's not going to work for me just to review it, because then that would be just wasteful. So I try to purchase stuff that I know I'm going to like, and I just want to show you guys the stuff that I like, you know? So yeah, every once in a while I will purchase something that I thought I was going to like and it doesn't work out. But for the most part, how it is right now, since I don't get, like, a lot of PR, like, I got in PR from Sigma before, but, like, I haven't gotten, like, PR from any other brands. It's not like I'm going to go out and buy something that I'm like, oh, maybe I'll like that. You know, like, most of the time I'll be like, oh, I'm definitely going to like that, you know, because that's what I'm aiming for. If one day I start to get PR from companies and I get, like, a bunch of different things, then, you know, it'll be different, because then I will probably have a lot of stuff that either I like, and then there's be stuff that I don't like because I didn't actually go out and pick it. I'll tell you, like, sometimes I tell myself, I'm like, well, should you be focusing more on just buying stuff? Should I use this color? Sometimes I'll tell myself, like, should you be focusing on... Sorry, can't focus and put on lipstick at the same time, apparently. But sometimes I wonder, like, should I be buying, like, a lot of, like, the new releases, even if I don't think they should work out? Because I see some other channels that I see, like, they get, like, they go out and they buy, like, everything that's new, and they're constantly putting up new content, and I love to watch those channels, and I think they're so fun, and I love to see, like, the new stuff. But I'm like, ugh, I fight myself a lot with that. I'm just going to top this with the Anastasia Beverly Hills gloss that I like. And sometimes I fight myself and I'm like, I don't know. Oh, should I just be buying stuff to review even though I don't know if I'm going to like it, just so I can show you guys all the new stuff? And I do fight myself about that because I'm like, don't want to buy stuff unless I know I'm going to like it. And then I'm like, well, I should have just bought in it. And then I'm like, no. So I do fight myself a lot with those type of things. And that's kind of like a challenge because I can imagine like a lot of smaller YouTubers, we probably have like that same challenge because, you know, a lot of the bigger YouTubers, they get PR, they get a lot of this stuff sent to them for free. So it's kind of like they already have access to the new products. So it's very easy for them to just get up and review something because they didn't really have to go out and buy it. But for smaller YouTubers, it's difficult because if you go and you buy every single new release, that's like a lot of money, you know, and I wouldn't like tell anybody to go and do that either. And I feel like that's why you have to come up with like some other type of creative stuff on your channel to kind of like fill in the gaps, because you can't buy every single thing that's new that's coming out, because that would just be wasteful. And also, I mean, I'm not one of those people that agrees with people buying stuff and returning it. I just feel like that makeup that you purchased to just review or whatever, they're gonna dump it, you know, like, and I just don't agree with that at all. And I would never do that. So to me, I'm against that. So I don't do that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't return stuff, because if something doesn't work for you, you should totally return it. But if you're like just buying stuff just to like review and then you're gonna like eliminate it and return it just because you didn't really want it in the first place, I don't agree with that. Anyway, so this was my first Get Ready With Me. I don't even know what I talked about in this video. I feel like I talked a lot and I don't know how much editing I'm gonna have to take out of this to make this into a not super long video. And yeah, so if you guys like this Get Ready With Me and you guys want me to do another one, let me know below what do you guys want me to talk about. And also follow me on Instagram. I always ask you guys different polls, what you guys want me to buy, also what you guys want me to talk about. So I hope I talked about interesting things here, and if I didn't, thank you for watching. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you guys can be part of my GLAMRANCH family. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.